All right, we are breaking down Leonardo DiCaprio's full dating history of women that he's been spotted with and seeing if there is a common pattern here. Okay, Leo is known for dating ladies at a certain age. He loves the younger women, but there seems to be a magic number.
Good. You're really cute.
We seem to have a slight problem here. I was
I'm in a bad mood and you just like,
what is the problem?
after party, he wasn't there.
That number is 25. And either the relationships last no more than 25 minutes, kind of a pun, not really, but no woman seems to be past the age of 25. And this goes back to him dating in the early 90s. All right, so let's go with relationship number 1. In 1994, he was spotted with Bridget Hall. Now, Leo and Bridget were linked very early in his career, although she told New York Magazine that nothing happened in 1998, denying previous claims that she'd once said he was lousy in bed and the sex was bad. So if nothing happened, then why would you make that comment? So that is lady number 1. Now, the second lady is 1995, Naomi Campbell, another supermodel. Most of the model romances he's had in the 90s were very brief. Okay, so Naomi and Leo's relationship also very rumored, and they stayed very close friends over the years. From 1996 to 1997, Kristen Zhang was his girlfriend. Kristen actually spoke out about her relationship to Leo to People last year, saying that it was a different time back then. We could go places and not be followed by the paparazzi. It was 1995, and he was making a movie called Marvin's Room. I remember vividly while visiting him on the set, watching the O.J. Simpson verdict, where while in Meryl Streep's trailer, it was a surreal moment for a Michigan country bumpkin like myself. She also added, I visited Leo for long periods of time on various sets in different countries. I loved his friends and he loved mine. We were like one big happy family. Leo was a very sweet and thoughtful boyfriend. We also had some hard times like all couples do, and broke up for a bit in 97, and then they got back together. But then about 4 months after my 25th birthday, she says, I know what you're thinking, it was over for good. So there we go. On shortly after her 25th birthday, the relationship ended. In 1997, he was linked to Amber Valletta. He loves his young supermodels. The story in 3 parts. Leo saw Amber in a magazine. He was smitten. They briefly dated, but the two never confirmed the relationship actually. Then in 97, Helena Christensen. Helena and Leo were linked together in the 90s, but again, no actual evidence that they dated. But you know what? The internet had a frenzy with it, and tabloids could only do so much. In 1998, he was linked to Eva Herzigova. These two met at the premiere of The Man in the Iron Mask, and according to the Mirror, Eva mused, he's a wonderful person. Our first night was really a nice experience. He is a very kind person and full of energy, is what she stated. In 2000, he dated Virginie Ledoyen. Leo and his Beach co-star were rumored to be dating during filming, but apparently that might have been tabloid speculation. Now, Virginie had this to say to The Guardian about that time in her life. The whole thing was really aggressive. I guess I was but the violence of the attention took my breath away. I tried to laugh it off because if you don't laugh, you start crying, and then you'll never stop. Now, she added, DiCaprio's life is the perfect example of how not to be. I would not wish his life on anybody. I can understand how it might seem a bit flattering to be in every newspaper and to have everyone imagining how your life must be, but frankly, it's not. So that sort of gives you a glimpse of what it would be like to date an A-list celebrity, and of course, Leonardo DiCaprio, okay? Her statement to me sort of means that the person who is dating Leo has to know that she is going to be under a lot of scrutiny. There will be paparazzi everywhere. If she's saying his life is how not to be, there seems to be a pattern with the women that he's dated. Not only are they young and they're beautiful and they're models, clearly he loves nice things. He loves pretty women or gorgeous women, thin women, fit women. They're all swimsuit model type ladies, runway looking ladies, but that also comes with a lot of attention and a lot of, I don't know if I want to say notoriety, but it comes with a lot of a Hollywood baggage, if you will. Now, from 2000 to 2005, this is one of his longest relationships. He dated Gisele Bündchen, again, another big-time supermodel. These two dated for 5 entire years, their respective ages. At the time, guess what? Leo was 30 and Gisele was, you guessed it, she was 25. She wrote about their breakup in her book saying, "No longer numbing myself with smoking, drinking, and too much work. I was becoming more and more aware of things that I'd chosen not to look at. Was I alone in wanting to do some serious soul searching while he stayed the same? In the end, ultimately, the answer was yes." So there we have 2 women back to back who didn't have really amazing things to say about what it was like to be with Leo. She talked about smoking, drinking, working late hours. We get from Leo's lifestyle and from a glimpse of it that he likes to indulge in these kinds of things. It's kind of that Hollywood, almost even rock star lifestyle. So that ran its course. And of course, she turned 25. So everybody seems to think that that's the age that Leo dips. Now, 2005 to 2010, Bar Raffaelli is the next lady. Apparently, Bar and Leo met at a party for U2. And before splitting up, guess how old he was? He was 36 and she was 25. Leo was getting a lot of pressure from friends, family, and Bar to take the next step in their relationship and get married. And of course, he was not ready for that. Then in 2011, he dated Blake Lively. They dated only for a few months, but guess what? Blake was 26 at the time. Maybe he found out how old she was and then instead of being too embarrassed, decided to cut it off soon. So the timing was the reasons that these actors ended things. 2012, Erin Heatherton, he dated, and Leo, again, 37 years old at the time. She's 23. They dated for almost a year, and Erin was asked about the relationship at an event, and she said, "I'm having the best time right now here at the Victoria's Secret show. I couldn't feel more beautiful with all my friends. It's wonderful." All right, so we have a list of Victoria's Secret models amongst his dating portfolio. So I wonder if Leo just goes to Victoria's Secret runway to pick his next girlfriend. All right, now we've got Tony Guerin in 2013. Leo and Tony split after about a year. Leo was seen leaving a Miami nightclub. Apparently, maybe this was the reason for the breakup, with 20 women. All right, and she's quite young. Now in 2016, he was found with Kelly Rohrbach. After several months of romantic city biking around New York City, Kelly and Leo broke up when he was 41, and guess how old she was? She was 25 because of timing or something. A source told People, "They're very friendly, it's super amicable, but they're both busy and he's got a big movie coming out and she's one of the biggest supermodels in the world." 2016 to 2017, he is linked with Nina Agdal. Leo and Nina were together for almost exactly a year until a source confirmed their breakup. Nina and Leo have parted ways, it's amicable, and they remain friends. Well, it seems like he is friendly with about 50% of the women he's dated. 2017 to 2022, Camilla Marone. Now, these two dated for way longer than usual for Leo, and supposedly he was very much in love and serious, and he and Camilla had talked about getting engaged. Now, the age gap was discussed quite a lot, and negative comments don't stop because you address them. I felt like being like, "You guys suck. This sucks. You guys are really mean. I probably won't address it again." Because then you open up floodgates for people to judge you. I've learned more and more to just protect myself and avoid things that'll hurt my feelings. Apparently, the relationship ended in August 2022 because distance had played a factor. And at this point, the relationship, ran its course. Maybe she turned 25 and that's why it ended. Then finally, we've got leading up to 2022, he was linked with Victoria Lamas. And this time, her dad actually commented on the relationship. Leo and the 24-year-old Victoria were spotted on what appeared to be a date, and his father said, I know she likes him very much, Lorenzo mused. I think they met last month. I'm not sure the circumstances, but that's what she told me. She's very, very smitten. Now, I told her to treat the treat the relationship like a holiday. Just enjoy it as much as you can for as long as it lasts. And if it lasts more than a typical holiday, great. But if not, then just guard your heart, because she's very young. Now, this is spoken by her father telling, because he probably did a little bit of research and also knows that his relationships are short-lived. They're with young women and nothing past 5 years, which was his most significant. And there was an age gap to consider. Now, 2022, Eden Polani he was linked with, and she was a 20-year-old model at the time. And there was a Twitter frenzy about that with a picture comparing Leonardo DiCaprio with his girlfriend to a father and daughter that were caught in the picture. Now, people say, according to people, they just so happened to have been seated next to each other at a party. They weren't actually dating, so just, cut it out. Maybe it's just a rumor. 2022 to 2023, we know everybody saw him and Gigi Hadid linked together. Leonardo was smitten for her. Apparently, he really wanted to get to know her. The relationship lasted for about a year, and the reason for the breakup is that they were both very, very busy. However, these two wound up going back and forth for a few more months. So to read about where they stand more recently, you can find more in other tabloids. But the fact of the matter is, it did not last very long. I thought that was a bit, strange when I found out that they were dating, but let's fast forward to present day. 2023, 2024, he is now dating Victoria Soretti, but guess what, folks? She's 25. You can see them showing lots of public of PDA. She recently did a sexy ad campaign. You can catch them, flirting with each other. Lots of kissing, lots of, I wouldn't say outward, just lots of PDA between these two. Also, they have a lot of hot and heavy makeout sessions in public. In September 6th, they had a makeout in the late night Ibiza club Romp. Also, according to Daily Mail, he adores her and spends a lot of time together in the summer, traveling around on romantic trips. The other thing is that they were spotted sharing a not safe for work moment outside of a Halloween party. Leo was dressed as well, Leo complete with his signature cap. And basically it shows Victoria slapping him on the butt cheek. So the source said that he had this to say about her. He says she's not only gorgeous, but super down to earth, and they have a ton in common. She's not intimidated by fame at all. She even makes fun of it. And Leo finds it refreshing. But there you go. There is a long laundry list there of supermodels, women half his age, nothing usually more than a couple of months to under 12 months. And it seems that no one younger than 25, with the exception of one woman who was 26. Aside from that, that's it. So I don't know if Victoria is gonna make it to her 26th birthday, but I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.